Hello, BookTube. I thought I'd do a book chat on a volume that I just finished, World War II at Sea, A Global History by Craig L. Simons. It's Oxford University Press, 2018. A little less than 800 pages. Wonderful selection of notes, bibliography, good index. It's a big story for, well, it's a good sized book, but it's a big story. World War II at sea. Well, you're talking about the entire ocean and its various components: the Pacific, North Atlantic, South Atlantic, Indian Ocean to some degree, cold weather areas, the Arctic, Antarctic. You had ships everywhere. You had aircraft carriers, submarines. You had major navies. The Royal Navy, which historically was the Great Navy. You had impressive fleets by the French, the Italians, Japanese, Americans, Germans, and you had a lot of characters. Yamamoto, Raeder, Donitz, Spruance, Nimitz, Admiral King in the United States. So the list goes on, and then you had the different kinds of weapons, different national strategies. You had the U-boat war. So in a single volume, to cover all that and to do it in a way that brings it to life in a narrative that has a trajectory, it's quite a remarkable feat, and I think the author does that. Now, there's not a boring page in the book, at least from my perspective, and a lot of drama with the battles, the sea battles, the wolf packs, the U-boats, hunting, personalities battling out over strategies, Churchill, Roosevelt, Stalin. What are the priorities of the Allies? What are the priorities of the Axis powers? American industrial production, but a lot of it comes down to the U-boats were immensely effective at sinking merchant ships that were trying to resupply England and eventually the Allied forces. Just that they couldn't sink their targets fast enough to overwhelm the production. Same thing in the Pacific with the Japanese and American fleets slugging it out. Technology changing. Radar, ASDIC, sonar, all these things are covered. Code breaking to try to eavesdrop on enemy plans. Early days of computers. So all these things are well told in this. It's nicely illustrated. So here you'd see some of the maps for engagements. Here's one of the characters who played a role. Another. So for a single volume overview of the war at sea, which with all its complexity and as massive as the undertaking as it was for all the groups involved, this I think is an excellent book, and something those of you who are nautically inclined or like military history in general might find this a useful book. Craig L. Simons is the Ernest J. King Distinguished Professor of Maritime History at the U.S. Naval War College and Professor Emeritus at the U.S. Naval Academy, where he taught for 30 years and served as a department chair, so he's well qualified. But this isn't done from a strictly American perspective. This is trying to tell the global history of the war and include all the participants. So that is one of its strengths. So highly recommended, and thank you, BookTube.